Hari Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. A high school teacher held up a lemon to the class and asked the kids, if I were to squeeze this lemon as hard as I can, what would come out? And so the students replied as though this was so obvious, juice. So the teacher again asked, do you think orange juice will come out? The students by this time, rolling their eyes, said, no, it would be lemon juice. So the teacher persisted and said, do you think apple juice would come out? Grape juice would come out? And the students responded saying, it's a lemon. And so the teacher continued and said, so what will come out? By this time he was losing their interest, and he persisted by saying, why is it that when I squeeze a lemon, only lemon juice comes out? And even though the answer seems so incredibly obvious, he then said, it's because there's lemon inside. And then he asked a very profound question. If I were to squeeze you, what would come out? Life does in so many incidences, by the pressure we feel when we have deadlines, by people making comments to us. In so many different ways we feel squeezed by life or different people. And what will come out will be exactly what is inside. And what's inside is determined by the choices we make, and definitely determined by the level of discipline that we live in our lives. The next verse of the Hanuman Chalisa talks about Hanumanji being continuously victorious because he lived this life of discipline. Hatha vajra aur dhwaja biraje, kande mujhe janeyu saje. He wore the janeyu thread, which is a symbol of Brahmacharya, a life of discipline. There's a quote that says, discipline is the bridge between the goal and the accomplishment. Only when we live a life of discipline, or even a certain period of our life where we are disciplined, only then can we bring out the potential that is in us. Without the discipline, our energy and our attention gets scattered, and it doesn't allow us to channelize it in the direction that we need to be able to do whatever it is. Even though we don't want to do it, but if we know it needs to be done, we do it. That would be what discipline is. There's another quote that I had heard, that everyone must make the choice of one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Because only through discipline can any kind of success, whether it be studying in school, whether it be physically getting fit, whether it be succeeding in a relationship, that effort has to be put in. This life that Hanumanji lived with the symbol of the Janeyu thread is, one, the discipline of self-control, but also of doing the daily chanting of the Gayatri Mantra. Chanting would be equivalent in today's world of a mental exercise. The body has physical exercises, and we know now that the mind has so many exercises. Recently, I was talking to someone who is going through very intense chemotherapy, and she was telling me that the doctors had suggested, in order for her to be able to maintain her mental senses, the doctors had recommended that she do Sudoku, because forces the mind to be alert, forces the mind to think logically. Or I've even heard other people say they play bridge, because again, it's something that makes the mind practice memory power, to pay attention, to calculate. And so mental exercises are something that we've now appreciated, that are necessary to keep the mind active. Chanting would constitute one of these activities. And the Gayatri Mantra in particular is one that's associated with mental strength and mental brilliance. It not only helps us stay more alert, but it helps the grasping capacity of our mind. It's very well known to increase our memory. Memory is such an asset. Today, even if we go out to buy a mobile phone or a computer, the more memory it has makes it that much more expensive, because memory we know to be valuable. And in terms of our memory, it is the memories we have that build me to become the person I am. My experiences, the things I've made a mistake with, which helps me to learn, my association with different people, again, broadening my perspective. In so many ways, memory adds up to become the person that I am today. And in terms of scriptures, memory is extremely important, because what we learn, if we don't remember, it's of no use. And so memory gets associated with knowledge, and knowledge which then becomes wisdom. So the mind needing this capacity to remember, so that we can bring it into whatever information we have, whatever knowledge we've gained from scriptures or even from our own experiences, to be able to bring it into whatever we need to be doing right now. And so memory keeps alive who we are and helps us to create who we want to be. Living this life of discipline, he spent a significant part chanting, so that his mind was brilliant. And this technique is so easily available to all of us. A small amount of time, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, if we spend daily chanting the Gayatri Mantra or any other mantra, for all mantras are powerful, that discipline is something that can drastically improve the quality of our lives. Sometimes it's very small changes that we make that bring about very big differences. Think about it.